I'll be glad to do that, sir. Why don't you call me back in about 20 minutes?
Thank you very much. I'll do that.
All right, sir.
John Alcott's photography and Roy Walker's design begin to show to advantage as the images become more fantastic. By filling this corridor with smoke, it gives an unreal, dreamlike effect, but also prepares us for this extraordinary shot.
Here's a case, for example, of a dolly shot that takes Jack across the ballroom with the entire crowd working. This is the one big crowd scene in the movie.
Not only filled with people, but filled with people from another era. It's a party of the 1920s. We accept it so readily because we've already accepted the idea of Turkel as the barman. So Kubrick has very cunningly led us into a presence inside Torrance's head. So we begin to share his reality, and increasingly his family seem completely marginalized.
Butler's pizza.
Stanley grumbled when I would rotate back to the States on the weeks off and weeks on. I think they rationalized it in the end that it was a productive thing. They could do the dolly shots while I was away and concentrate on the Steadicam when I was around. Stanley joked that the Steadicam would probably get credit for all the dolly shots in the movie anyway, which I certainly hope is true. I was sorry to miss this scene, though. This was said to have been a lot of fun. They dressed 200 people.
Your money's no good here.
The party, in fact, turns up more and more as the story goes on until the final enigmatic image of the film is about this party. We're invited to think that, in a way, it's a party that is always going on, that it always has gone on, that the reality of this, of the hotel is a kind of loop in which Torrance and all the rest of them are caught.
Notice the haze in this room. That's oil smoke. The special effects smoke in that era was made by vaporizing drops of oil. That's not allowed on sets anymore.
Anything you say, Lloyd. Anything you say.
But it does create a wonderful atmosphere, and of course it became hugely important for all the exterior and winter stuff. And this is the party lighting for this ballroom scene, which was much tested before I left for the States. The great thing about lighting on dimmers like this is you can run it up, run it down, try it, shoot it every which way, and then sit there and absolutely pick the way you want it to look. This one is the perfectionist's way. Even that barroom lighting was much experimented with, and it's very effective, that bottom light for Jack and for Joe. Stanley's daughter, Vivian, shot the documentary on the making of, very capably shot it with a handheld camera. She was 17 at the time and was everywhere on the set, a ghost, and quite trusted by the actors and so on, so she got some wonderful stuff. She's in this scene someplace, I'm told, but I've never been able to spot her. They dressed her as a 20s flapper. She's in here somewhere.
Like most directors, Kubrick enjoyed working with actors he'd worked with before. They were a kind of stock company. And now another one appears in the person of Philip Stone, the English actor who also appears in Clockwork Orange. There's something about familiarity that works with directors like Kubrick. They don't like to have to feel they need to coach each actor in exactly their way of working. Stone was phlegmatic in the best tradition of English actors, like people like Murray Melvin, who also appeared in various Kubrick movies. He was a person who was unflappable.
Mr. Grady, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Why, no, sir. I don't believe so.
In this scene, the Torrance gradually realizes that the waiter is in fact Grady, the previous guardian of the hotel and the father of and murderer of the two children who appear in frequent fantasies. And Stone's way of introducing himself, of gradually admitting to the truth, is very effectively done, culminating in this line really worthy of Boris Karloff in some ways. I have always been here. And we realize that Jack also has always been in the hotel.
Mr. Grady, you were the caretaker here. I recognize you. I saw your picture in the newspapers. You, chopped your wife and daughter up into little bits. And, then you blew your brains out.
That's strange, sir. I don't have any recollection of that at all.
Mr. Grady, you were the caretaker here.
I'm sorry to differ with you, sir. But you are the caretaker. You've always been the caretaker. I should know, sir. I've always been here.
This scene's particularly striking for the design, probably